capacity, as where God has placed you now, say to an organization that God has given a ministry, what media will you recommend should be used to propagate the gospel that you think, in addition from face-to-face and mouth-to-mouth, one-to-one on evangelism?
Everything that God has created has been created for our benefit. Man in sin has allowed the enemy to capture all these things. The mass media today of Nigeria is mainly under the control of Satan. TV, radio are all created by God and created for us, and every one of them should be used. Literature plays an important part, TV plays an important part, radio plays an important part. The mass media must all be brought under the control of the Lord Jesus Christ.
What will you say to those who believe that radio and TV are Satan's box?
They are being used by Satan at the present moment. They were created by God. Satan couldn't create a single thing.
You are saying that God created these things, but Satan's people use it more.
Absolutely.
But does that, will that be an answer to a man that doesn't understand spiritual? Is it evil? And let me put it that way. Is it evil to have a radio?
No, certainly not.
What sin is there in having a television?
No sin in possessing a television. If you can't control yourself and your eyes are glued to that which is evil and that which is unseemly, well, then that means that the box, the TV, has become your master. When you remain master and shut off what you don't want to see or hear, then you're the master. And God is going to increase the amount of radio coverage for the gospel, increase the amount of TV for the gospel in every part of the world. Yeah. And I'm hoping that very soon we're going to have a Christian radio station and a Christian TV station in Nigeria.
Glory be to God. That's our belief. I will not be doing justice to our visitor, Dad and Mom ELTON, if I will not allow Reverend Coker and Pastor Mobile to ask a question, at least, or two short ones each. Reverend Coker, what will you, from all you have had we discussed now in about 15 minutes, what will you say, ask as a question?
Yes, Dad, my question is, as a missionary and general superintendent of a very big and large congregation, would you think you had some problems with church administration? And if you had some problems, how did you deal with them?
Oh, yes. Wherever you get people, you get problems. And even though they're Christians, there's problems. But God has brought into existence a church. I will build my church. And that's not a denomination. And when God said he would build his church, he said also that he had got an order, a government, an organization, an administration for that church. And that administration is comprised and composed of men upon whom God has put his hand. They're found in Ephesians 4:11, and he set in the church first apostles, prophets, evangelists, pastors, teachers. And God is raising up those ministries. I want to emphasize they're not titles and offices. They're ministries. Many men today have got the ministry of apostle and they don't know it. Many have got the ministry of apostle, prophet, and all these others. God is bringing back those ministries, and they will be re-established before the church can be brought into unity and to perfection.
Reverend Coker, that's a wonderful question, because many people do not know that the church leaders, someone like himself, would have passed through crisis. Right. Have you ever experienced any problem because of your faith and because of your...
Well, you would think...